Hi, I'm Representative Walter Hudson. I just want to speak briefly as a first-term member of the House of Representatives about my kind of first impressions after 2 months of being here in the legislature. It's apparent both by the public comments from the majority and the bills that they've been authoring and introducing and advancing through the process that their focus to public safety is very much centered around the perpetrator, the convict, and coming alongside them and rehabilitating them and getting them ready to get back into society and restart their lives and get back up on the saddle. And it's very much focused on, they call it wraparound services and all of this. There is, of course, a need to ensure that if we're going to be releasing people back into society, that they're not going to present an ongoing public safety threat to the community. That goes without saying. And to some degree, there should be, of course, that rehabilitative focus. The problem is, it is one-sided as we see it. It's occurring at the expense of, and seemingly in some cases, in active opposition to, any punitive value to criminal justice. You know, when I think about justice portrayed as a figure, she stands there with a blindfold on because she's supposed to judge things without regard to the irrelevant characteristics of the people before her. And she holds in her hand a scale. And the imagery there is that the goal is to achieve balance, to make things right, to put things back into order. And that's what we are moving away from with the direction that the majority is taking us. You know, the idea that we should take people and rehabilitate them so that they can be released back into society, it's a noble idea. I want to see it achieved as much as humanly possible. At the same time, when you have people who have committed violent felony crimes and been convicted of those crimes 3 times or more, maybe it's time to treat them a little bit differently. Maybe it's time to hold them accountable in a way that values the safety of everyone else above their potential future as someone who has repeatedly decided to violate the rights of other human beings. That's why I have a bill as part of this package to ensure that once you get that 3rd violent felony conviction, we're gonna throw the book at you. We're gonna make sure that you're no longer out there as somebody who could potentially threaten an innocent person who does not deserve to be victimized. Thank you.
And then Representative Hudson, so are you basically proposing a 3 strikes and you're out type of bill, which has been done before?
So I've heard it characterized that way. That's not how I'm choosing to characterize it because I don't think it's an accurate characterization because we're not saying that you're out. You may be, I suppose, depending on where you're at in life and how the sentences stack up. But the important aspect of this is that we're actually providing a substantive punitive consequence for repeatedly violating the public trust and specifically violating the rights of victims, real people, who they've been punished. And we're talking about felony violent crimes here. So they've been punished severely at the whim of a person who has demonstrated that they don't have any regard for human life because that's what's required innately to be capable of repeatedly engaging in crime. And we're talking about convictions here, by the way. So the 3rd time you've done it, you've already been caught twice, you've already been through trials twice, and you've been convicted twice. So you're clearly not learning your lesson. You're clearly not gaining any new skill set to be able to deal productively with your fellow man out in society. So past that point, the idea that our primary public safety goal should be to rehabilitate you after you've repeatedly violated the public trust, at that point, my belief is the balance should tilt towards ensuring that you are punished and that the public is safe.